Hi there.
Hello, friends.
Hello, welcome back. It's nice spring weekend.
Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful outside. We are absolutely loving it. It's kind of crazy to think that last week we had snow.
Right.
What happened? What in the world just happened?
I don't know.
Right? But
I don't know.
We're back to spring weather, and we're here for it. We love it. All right, everyone. We hope wherever you are that you are happy with the weather and happy with being inside sewing still.
We're happy with you being here.
Exactly. Welcome to Three Things Live. Let's go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Three Things Live. I'm Kris here at my girlfriend's quilt shop, and I'm so excited for a brand new week ahead of us. I love the beginning of a new week. Oh my goodness, yes I do. And we have some really fun things planned for you all week long. I hope you will continue to join us not only today, but tomorrow and Wednesday as well. And we want to give a special shout out to all of our viewers, whether you're coming from Facebook or YouTube. Thank you for being here. And I'm so grateful to have Allison and what's her name here with me today.
Welcome,
LeeAnn, welcome. Yeah, I had to do it.
If you know, you know,
If
right?
you know, you know. I had to.
Forgot again.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you a big name.
My name is LeeAnn.
I'm
Of
gonna
course.
do a sublimation shirt that says
Right,
that.
exactly,
Kris.
exactly.
My name is LeeAnn.
There you go. Yeah, oh my goodness. No, it's good to have you here, LeeAnn. And, you know, this week, well, today I should say, we are in particularly talking about America's 250th celebration.
Right. I can't
crazy
believe
to
it.
think about.
Don't you find as quilter, creator, crafter, that your segments are in between, like Easter finished, and you're like, okay, we're on to the summer holidays, which
Right.
are all about the red, white, and blue.
Yes,
Right?
I know.
As a crafter, I'm like, okay, put the Easter down because
Yeah.
we got to get on to red, white, and blue. Otherwise, we're not going to be
Exactly.
finished. And then the day it's down, instead of enjoying, I'm like, okay, Halloween.
Yeah.
Here we go. So
It's so true. It's so true. And before you know it, there'll be Christmas out in the stores, right?
Right. Yeah.
But as creators, we do have to think ahead of time, and we have to think about all those things that are coming up, and especially with
you
know,
want
the
to
4th of
enjoy
July
all the things that
holidays.
you make, all the things that you can display. So we
Yes.
have Memorial Day, we have 4th of July here in Utah, we have
Yes.
Pioneer Day.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's
Lots of
such a
different
great,
things.
and it is a huge celebration this year of our independence.
Yes, absolutely. And I guess I should start off by saying I hope everyone had a wonderful Easter weekend.
Yeah.
If that is something you celebrate, we hope it was a joyous one for you and
Right.
your families as well.
Right.
So, but now we're moving on to the 4th.
Here we go.
And it's a big one this
I'm
year,
excited.
folks. It's a big one. We're talking 250 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Kind of
Wow.
crazy to think about, right?
So exciting.
And yet not crazy to
love
think
it.
about. So my last job, I worked with a lot of people that were international.
Yeah.
And a lot of the things that, I wouldn't say it was complaints, but observations was that, so especially one of the guys I worked with, his name was Renaud, and he was from France. And he's like, everything in America is so new. Your churches are so
Yes.
new. Your
Yes.
buildings are so new.
Yes.
Everything is so new because
Yes.
he had so much history behind him.
Yeah.
So you think 250 years and you're like, wow, 250 years?
That's nothing. We're
But-
babies.
I know, it's so new. So
Yeah, it's so true. When I travel in other parts of the world, I look at the architecture and everything, and I go, "Oh my goodness, this is so old!" Like America is such a baby compared to
Right.
all of this rich,
history.
you know, architecture. It's kind of crazy to
and
think
then
about.
you
right?
even think about 30 years ago and
Yes.
how far
Yeah, how
we've
we've
come.
come.
Yes.
And that we're
Are
free
you
to
talking
do
about
it.
the 1900s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born in the 1900s.
Right, I know,
That
I
seems weird.
I know, but really, I mean,
It's
you know,
true.
what we've accomplished
So
as a
true.
nation.
Yeah, definitely.
true.
Well, let's take a quick look back at some of the things that we can think about over the years as we get ready to celebrate the 250th. I mean, we're talking, you know, back to 1776. We had the the 13 colonies. We don't see this flag anymore. We've got a lot more stars on our flag now. Yeah. But the biggest celebration, obviously, is with July 4th, 1776 coming up, and that was the date of the signing of the Declaration of Independence that you see here. And it really was all about, we the people. It was about that we the people are the ones to really contribute and make decisions towards the freedoms that we enjoy now. And, I can't imagine what it would have been like as a person back at that time, thinking about a lot of uncertainty, of course, and then moving forward. And I believe that they stepped forth with a lot of courage. And, you go from the signing of that in the colonial times, and now you go into now making the way west, in the trains and the wagons and, now infrastructure being built. We're talking about, the factories being built and this great revolution that has happened over the years. And we see it from the East Coast. We celebrate a lot of things back there, and then we celebrate even out here in the West. And I think really it's about, America and about the flag of freedom and what it stands for. And we see it in our homes, in our communities. And I think that no matter where you stand politically, the one thing that we can all agree upon is that we are blessed to live in this country, a land of freedom, and we are grateful for those who sacrificed in our behalf so that we could enjoy those freedoms. And I think it's something worth celebrating in this coming year of 2026. Don't you agree?
And that we're free to believe whatever we want.
Yes.
We're free to speak.
Yes.
However we want.
Yes.
I mean, coming from a long line of veteran families.
Yes.
There's a lot of sacrifice in order to
Absolutely.
ensure those things. And I just really love that. And a couple of different things that brought to mind is, have either of you been to the Statue of Liberty?
Yes.
And
I have.
You stand at the base of the Statue of Liberty and look at this gorgeous gift from France and what it represents.
Yeah.
And the first thing that comes to my mind is, please forever be worthy of this, because it is just magnificent and gorgeous.
I love
and there's
that.
so many symbols of that. And then my ancestry, my family's direct family, founded Promontory, which is where the trains met between the East and the West, kind of the coming together of our nation. Yeah. And that was only 2 generations ago.
That's crazy to
I mean,
think
is that
about.
not crazy?
Yeah.
And so that property is leased to the government, still in my family.
Oh, wow.
My mom takes care of that. And I just always think, wow, we are so lucky, regardless of if it's tumultuous times or peaceful times.
I think so too. I would definitely agree with that, because I know that obviously there's a lot of opinions out there that we're not going to necessarily get into, but because that's for each person. That's an individual thing.
It is.
Right? We have
Absolutely.
the freedom. We have to have those opinions. But what I will say is that in this coming year, I think that it would be a great thing. It would be an incredible thing if, instead of just thinking about, how do we celebrate America, perhaps we think a little bit more about how we can contribute to America and how we can contribute in our homes and in our small communities. And sometimes we feel like we don't have all the answers. We feel a little out of control of decisions, of things that we wish may be different. But what we can control is us and within our families, within our communities. What kind of sacrifices can we make to contribute to an even better America?
And what kind of celebrations can we hold for the things that we already have?
Exactly.
And one thing, Kris, could I share real quick?
Yes,
real quick.
absolutely.
You brought up the flag and you showed the flag.
Yes.
And I just loved that. And how you talked about our freedom and the flag.
Yeah.
Well, a couple months ago, my granddaughter, that's a year and a half, we went to a basketball game, and they stood and did the national anthem. And she was just looking around, and I looked at her and I pointed to the flag.
Yeah.
And I grabbed her hand and put it on her heart. couple weeks after that, we took her out to dinner, and there was a flag at the restaurant. And she goes, flag, and put her hand on her heart. And so now every time she sees a flag, she puts her hand on her heart. So what did Grandma and Grandpa have to do? We bought her a flag and put a post, and and she goes outside and does that. And it's
Great
just
way
that,
to contribute in your family. I mean, exactly what
Bring
Kris
up
is talking about.
Yeah,
that
it's
contribute
just-
in your family of something that means something to you.
Yeah, and so now every time she sees a flag, that's what she does, and it's just so neat. And my son was saying, yeah, she'll go outside and see the flag on the house and put her hand on her heart and just stand there. Yeah.
Oh, that's
I love
incredible.
that. That is
It's
a
just so
great,
neat just to
a
kind of-
great
It starts
message.
right here,
It
folks.
does.
It starts
It does.
right
So
here.
true.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. I love that story. And I hope that each one of you will consider, some of the things that we're sharing today and be excited about some great celebrations that you can look forward to here in the coming months and throughout the year 2026. In fact, we have kind of a really fun call out for you that we're going to share during theme number 2, as well as share with you some brand new MGQS exclusive designs. So we're talking sewing, we're talking machine embroidery, sublimation, scan cut, all the things. We've got you covered to celebrate in 2026 the number 250. We'll talk all about that and some more right after this. Clean up on aisle 7.
Spring is here, and 3 Themes Live is getting you ready for it.
We have had so many incredible projects on the show. We introduced the Hello Spring over the banister quilt, made hooded towels, quilts, and so much more.
Awesome. We love seeing that.
I did that all by myself.
We had our quarterly book club meeting and discussed our new favorite novel, Theo of Golden.
He stopped and he listened.
I loved this book. How about you?
I really, really did. And if you haven't read it, you really should give it a read.
So be sure to catch up on Facebook and YouTube by clicking the links below. Better yet, watch us live Monday through Wednesday at 1 p.m. Mountain or 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, you can.
Remember, on 3 Things Live, we always have something to make you smile
Something to learn.
and something to discover.
Let's go.
Your best friend.
I'm so excited.
Welcome back to 3 Themes Live. I'm Kris.
I'm Allison.
I'm LeeAnn.
Hello, everyone. All right, we are at set number 2, and we're talking about some patriotic projects. I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm way excited.
These are
I
cute,
can't wait.
aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so
Should we
cute.
show them?
Oh, you're gonna lose your minds. I know, I say that all the time, but this one, it's
I gotta
legit.
get it.
Okay,
All right.
look at this gorgeous quilt. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
It's speechless.
I'm speechless too.
Yeah, isn't
It's
that so great?
Absolutely.
It's called Stars and
beautiful.
Stamps.
Stars and Stamps.
And it's a My Girlfriend's Quilt exclusive.
Yes, it is.
Well, you
Oh
know,
my
when we love
goodness.
something, we can't stop at a quilt.
No, why just have a quilt when you can have a whole ensemble, right?
So we have your door banner.
Yes. I love this. Oh my goodness, you could have it any way you want.
And we also have your 24-inch porch pillow.
Oh my goodness.
So that's so great.
I
I
can
can't
see
wait.
all of that in my 4th of July
So
repertoire,
I can
but
too.
all summer long, actually.
Yes.
This is beautiful, and I want to get an up close of this because you're looking at some beautiful. It has a linen texture.
Yes.
Fabric wise. So I don't know how well you can see it, but these solids I think are absolutely stunning.
They're perfect.
Yes, and it comes together so nicely because the quality of fabric is so fantastic. All right, so we want to address something so kindly that has required a lot of research.
Yes, it has.
A lot of research.
We've done our work.
Yes, because there's a little bit of buzz about putting the red stripe underneath the blue because that does not adhere to a replica of the United States flag.
Yes.
So
Okay.
we understand that.
Yes.
I mean, completely understand that.
Very
if
well
you are
aware.
creating something that is an exact replica of the United States flag, there are certain guidelines.
Yes.
And one of those is that you have to have 13 stripes, 50 stars.
But
White,
as you can see,
white underneath,
this is
but
not it.
yes, this is not it, because this is a red, white, and blue rendition of what our artistry
Yes.
and our artist feels that this block should look like.
It represents patriotism, but it's not the exact
flag.
replica.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that everyone knows that.
So we contacted the
I
U.S.
was gonna say,
military. We went so far as contact the U.S. military
we
to make
did.
sure that we could put this out without doing a little bit of workaround.
Yeah.
Now, if you feel very strongly about it, on this right here, you do have white. You could flip that around. You could do whatever you want with it. But, you know, in order for our design,
Yes.
we are just
Yeah.
putting the red, white, and blue out there.
There you go.
So we're not being disrespectful
Yes.
in the least.
Such a good
So,
point. Thank you, Allison, for sharing that.
Yes, because we were worried.
we
I
were.
mean, you know, we were a little bit
We
concerned.
didn't want anyone to
Yeah.
think anything different.
Yep.
So, okay, you know what? Can we show the quilt one more time? The quilt it is just. When I came in and walked in and finally saw this hanging, now I've been through this process through the beginning. You know, when it was being designed, we were part of the group that chose the fabrics, all of that. But when I saw it all together completely, it just blew me away. Right?
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Eric, who came in and he's like, I feel like I should put my hand over my heart. I mean, you know,
I
it's
bet
just
if your
stunning.
little granddaughter
I know,
came in,
yeah.
she probably would.
When I make this and do it, I know that's what's going to happen.
So
Yes.
sweet. All right, Allison, you have some simple step outs for us.
Right.
And we're going to talk a little
And
bit
this is
about
not
this pillow.
complicated. If I had to put a skill level on this, I would say that this is very beginner friendly.
You'd say
and
LeeAnn's
comes
level?
together. Stop it! It's on what's her name's level over there. But this is very beginner level for all three items. A lot of repetition.
Yeah.
But there are just a couple of things that I wanted to point out. So I have made the center of the pillow right here. And we're going to just kind of fold that up and put that away, because what makes this special is the stamp edge border.
I love it.
And to look from it afar, you're like, oh, wow. But it's really very, very simple.
It's not hard.
Nope, it's not hard at all. So what I have done is I've cut, it's kind of like a flip and fold on here, except it's not a flying geese.
Right.
Goose. I mean, you know, whatever, because
is a little different.
you need the edges to be flat. So everybody that
The goose has been cut off.
yeah, we cut
what you're
that. We
saying?
cut the point on that goose, and everybody can thank us and breathe a sigh of amen. No point matching.
Yes, exactly. So nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So the size of the quilt is 70 by 70.
Yes.
I think we had a question on that.
Yep.
So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to just take and draw a corner to corner line on these little white pieces right here. Dun, da, da, da. And you're going to sew right on the line. So there's no getting around it. You're cutting half of that off. And then you're going to kind of do the same instructions just like you do on the flying goose. And you're going to just sew right on that line. So LeeAnn, I'm going to have you sew on that line right
You
here.
want me to sew on the line, so you don't want a quarter inch, right?
I don't want a quarter inch away. I want to sew right on the line. And so
Right.
lots of times
Boom.
we do two at a time, different things we sew away, but we're going to sew directly on that line,
Yeah.
which is really important here to measure exactly. So if you have a
Okay.
laser on your
Pedal.
machine, that's great.
Right there.
If you
It's not working.
Nope,
Oh, well,
we need to plug
has
it
to
in.
be plugged in. You know,
You
it's
know.
kind of a good deal.
Wow, I checked on bobbin, I checked on
Put me on the
thread, I checked on
spot
all
here.
the things.
Look at you. Yeah, okay, let's mess with LeeAnn here.
Yes. Yep, we did that on purpose.
Whoops, wow, we got really fast.
All right, so once she gets this done, then we are going to have her cut that and hand that over to me.
All righty.
Perfect.
How'd I do?
You did fantastic.
Did I? You even
Now
put
I'm just going
gray
to
in.
take and I'm just going to trim a quarter of an inch away. Here.
If you
And
wanted to, you could make a second half square triangle.
with this, a little teeny tiny
little
one.
teeny tiny.
Okay.
It'd be so cute.
By the vote of hands, does anybody want to make a second half square triangle out of that little quarter of an inch I just Okay,
Allison will.
then we're gonna do that exactly on the other side.
I love the flip and
I
fold
mean, this
method.
is all it is.
my
It's
favorite.
just a flip
Yeah.
and fold. Now, do you see how you can do this chain stitching over and over and over again?
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah.
so LeeAnn, I'll hand that off to you.
Alrighty.
And with the magic of television, I have one done.
Oh, so I didn't need to
Look
do
how
this?
fast she is.
Wow. We're just making sure that you know.
Yeah.
Did you want me to still
I
do
have
it?
to-
Or?
want you to do it.
I have the second one completed. So then
Good.
you would sew two together. You're going to add just along the side. And then the trick comes, the way that you put this together so it looks like these are all triangles, is you will also add to each end an additional square sewn on one side. Now, I'm going to make fun of my boss just a minute this morning because I said, it doesn't matter the directions on this because we are using solids. She's like, Allison, it does. You have to do right side and left side. Well, okay, boss, I'm going to prove you wrong because show the same
no.
thing.
There's a reason for
live.
my.
I'm gonna get her out of
Yeah.
water because I can just take that and put it right on the
Yes,
other
you
side and
could.
it works exactly right. I
if-
can put it on the bottom
If
you are not using directional fabric.
thank you.
Yes. So if you are going to make this just off of the pattern and you are going to use directional fabric, then you would need to pay attention
Yes,
to that
to
edge.
which side.
And that is all there is to it. You're going to put
So
that
simple.
together. You're going to add that to the side of your flag. And can you think of all the applications? Say you aren't in love with the 24 by 24 inch pillows and you want to do this 18 by 18.
Yeah.
Absolutely you can.
Yeah.
You're just going to add that stamps and I think that gives it such a great finish.
This would be super cute even as a table topper.
Right.
All on
Yeah.
its own.
Right.
Like if you didn't want to make all 12 blocks, although why wouldn't you? Because that is amazing. But if you are going, you know what, I love the pattern idea, but maybe making that many is just too much, go smaller.
Or
Yes.
table runner.
Or do 3 of them. Do 1 row, and that would be a cute table runner, won't it?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, now
So-
this will actually be available on the website on Wednesday or comments sold on Wednesday.
Okay.
So this is not available today.
No.
Because this is an exclusive. We want to put a little bit of oomph behind it. We wanted to show it off in its
Yes.
entirety.
Yes.
We want to put it out there for everybody to see. So if you want the kits, we will have kits.
Yes.
If you want the patterns, those will all be available on our comments
Oh my
sold
gosh.
show
I'm so
or
excited.
also on our website
That's
on
awesome.
Wednesday by 6 p.m.
Let's show them one more time the pillow as well as the pennant.
Absolutely.
Because I think all 3 of these.
This would be a great table topper as well.
Yeah, you could.
So here's
you
your
could have it
pennant.
going sideways. You could have it going up and down on a wall.
Yep.
I think that would be really, really
So many
cute.
options.
Yes. Isn't that fun?
I love it.
This would be a great huge pillow if you wanted to just do a really big lumbar
Ooh,
pillow.
that would be.
Just do an envelope back on.
Yeah,
And then
love
here's the
that.
20. Whoa!
Don't fall over.
Here's the 24 by
Okay.
24 inch pillow. So that's so fun.
Yes.
Way fun.
I love it. Yes.
Yep.
Very, very cute.
Way cute.
What questions do you all have? No, Jane is asking if the flags are a panel.
No.
It is not a panel.
Completely pieced.
It's completely pieced. The entire thing is pieced, but it's so simple to do. We promise.
Right.
Yeah, it's very, very easy.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah, very, very beginner level because we wanted to put something out that anyone
Yeah.
can do.
Now, one of the things that I also love about this quilt, I have to say, is the binding.
All right,
The
Kris.
binding is incredible. Are you
And
kidding me?
It is actually cut on the bias because you're going to get this
Now my heart's
binding.
beating.
All right.
Stripes on a bias.
Stripes on a bias
That's
because
my
this
love
is
language.
what it looks like. So
Oh
you
my
know you
gosh.
definitely could put your binding straight across, straight up and down, but the
Yeah.
biased binding.
where it's at,
I think we
folks.
can show it better on the.
Gail agrees with me. She's like, oh my goodness, that binding.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
look
let's
at
show
this.
this bias binding right there.
Are you kidding me?
Chris,
That is
All right,
so
Kris,
cute.
take the stress out of
we're stressed
Us
about
too.
bias binding. I do not know an easy way
Oh
to
my
fold the
goodness.
bias binding. So
Oh, you know what?
Do you know what
Fold-
scares me the most? That I'm not going to have enough fabric.
You know what? That is.
That's always what
That's
scares me.
definitely a fair thing. Yeah, I always. So you just always get a little bit more.
If you buy the kit for the table or for the door panel or the quilt, there's
They're gonna be
definitely
plenty.
enough. It has been tested.
So I can do this.
Well, let's see. Let me see what I can do here. I'm going to actually, because of the way that this, in order to get this to be a little bit easier to see on camera, I'm going to cut this into a fat quarter super quick.
Okay.
But you can do the same thing. It doesn't matter yardage. You just need a little bit more room. Okay. So basically, so Allison said, Kris, would you mind showing us again how you cut on the bias? And there's lots of different ways. I mean, you could do continuous bias binding, which is really fun. In fact, we have a free download sheet on our website for continuous bias binding, how to fold it, how to sew it, all of that. But one of the easiest ways I have found is just using, well, let's use a fat quarter, for example. But again, you could do the same thing with large yardage. But all you have to do is take your top left-hand corner, you fold it towards the center. Okay, so you have a 45-degree angle here. You're going to do the same thing with your bottom right-hand corner. You bring it up to that center spot approximately. I mean, folks, if it's like this and this, you're fine. All you have to do
I don't have to
is
be exact?
no, you do not have to be exact. So you have those match. Now you've got two folds parallel to each other. All you have to do is bring this up and over, and then I'm just going to rotate it like this. And just for sake of kicks and giggles, because that was so fun, I'm going to just fold it one more time, and then I just start cutting. Can I cut this? Are you
Yes.
good with that? All right. So you know what? I'm going to show it one more time.
And do
before
it the
I
way
cut.
you taught me. So this.
Oh boy, how did I
okay,
teach
so
you?
you're
I don't
going to
know.
come over. This is two people dating. They're going to sit
Oh,
side by
yes,
side.
side by side. Hey, hey. What's your name? Oh, my name's Stripey. Okay, Stripey, let's do something fun. Okay, so we're kind of like this, and we come over and we give each other a little kiss. There we go.
That's how I remember. We're going to sit next to each other and we're going to kiss.
We're going to kiss. We're going to kiss, and then we're going to make sure that it's a little bit easier to kiss, and we'll give each other another kiss. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
So, I know.
You won't forget
I
now,
know
will
you
ya?
won't forget. Just saying. All right. So the other thing I like to do when doing bias is I like to cut down the center first, and that's because that's where you're going to get your longest strips. All right. And then I just go, so if you're doing 2.5 inches, 2 1/4 inches, it doesn't matter. I personally love 2 1/4, but I'm just going to
You're
go
just doing
ahead
a
and
straight,
do the 2 1/2.
straight cut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just straight
that's
cut.
it.
Once they've
Straight
kissed.
cut. Yeah.
Once they kiss, you
The
can
rest
go.
is history.
I love it.
All right. And then, you know, you continue on. In fact, I will continue on so you can see the difference in the sizes happening right here. So, for example, and then I would turn this side around and do the same thing. So, the center, you're going to get the longest stretch. Look at that. Look how bouncy that is, right? And there you go. Lots of stretch there. This one, some more stretch, but it's a little smaller, as you can see. So by the time you get over to this little guy, that's not very big, is it? Now, it's still important. I could get almost 5 yards of binding out of one fat quarter, which is kind of crazy to think about.
LeeAnn's face just went
What? Almost 5 yards of binding.
out of one
Is
fat
that crazy?
quarter. So you're
That
not
is.
going to run out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to run out.
No, but, and then you just sew these together into one long strip. So what I'll do is I start out with my longest strips, sew them together, and then if I need to add on a little bit, I can. So
So how are you
again,
sewing them together? Can I ask real quick? Because
Yeah.
I wonder if others are wondering that.
absolutely. I do want to show something else real quick, is that, let's take this one. If I'm trying to pull this is like straight a grain. Normally, we would do this, all right? We would fold this and we would cut, and there's just not as much stretch here, where there is a lot of stretch, a lot more
So
stretch
if you
here.
were putting on a scalloped border or
Yes.
not a mitered corner but a curved corner,
Yep.
it's great to cut it this way.
Exactly. So when you go to put them together, we need it into one long continuous strip, right? So if you take a look at this, this is the best way I can explain it, is that you are basically auditioning. You're auditioning to see, does this match up with this? This is my goal. So what do I have to do to get this to go that way? All I have to do is put bring this down. I'm going to sew just like that. And then I can bring it out.
You know, I
and
love
now
this.
I have a
I love it.
continuous long strip.
I love this way too as well to cut it, Kris, because a lot of times if you want that really nice mitered look and you're cutting it not on the bias, then you're laying it like this, you know, and you're cutting across and you're losing quite a bit of fabric. So I love cutting it this way because then you can line your stripes up exactly, put a little glue.
Yeah, you
right
could do
there
that. If
or
that
whatever.
helps, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Jane is asking, let's see, she said, what a great way. Thanks for sharing this for bias cutting. Do you only use fat quarters? Oh, no. I will do this with full yardage. It's just I have a very small space with the camera. But if I were at home, yeah, you could absolutely, you know, do the same
and you
thing.
can do it with any size.
Yeah,
be it
doesn't
3/4
matter.
a yard, 1 yard. I mean, you know, it doesn't matter. You're just going to sit next to each other, and then you're going to kiss, and then you're going to kiss again.
Yeah, you're right.
And you
Ray.
might even kiss a third or fourth time.
Ray
You might
said-
make out.
Ray said, by chance, are the strips their babies?
There you go. You heard it
Ray,
here.
There you go.
You heard it
Exactly.
here. So
Yep. We have got married and moved on.
you know what? I'm just telling you, you will never forget about how to do bias binding for forever and ever, right?
Yep.
You'll remember this. We hope so.
Yep.
All right.
gonna do it.
Let's see. Are there any other questions? Let's see. Okay, I think we're good. So
All right.
thank you. We hope
love that.
We
this
hope you're excited.
inspired you.
We'll remind you again on Wednesday.
Yes.
During Three Things Live. So.
Oh, hey, should we tell them now about what we're going to do?
Yes.
Okay, are you ready for this? This is a call out. We're working out a few final details, but we wanted you to be the first to know because you're watching Three Things Live. We're going to fill you in on a little secret. We are so excited to let you know that we are going to be starting something called Stitch Your Story America. Stitch Your Story
excited about
America. And the call out is for you to help us in piecing a beautiful American flag quilt.
Yes.
And we need your help. So Allison, tell them what they're going to do.
American flag replica quilt.
Yes, yes,
All right,
exactly.
so I actually got Judy and Liz going this morning, and I said, I need one of you to be red, I need one of you to be white. We need 250 6.5 inch by 6.5 inch squares. It can be anything you want, as long as it's 6.5 by 6.5 in either red or white.
Yes. If you want to do more than one, you can.
If you want to do more than one, you can. The
don't
staff
have
is going to take care of the blue.
Yep.
So if you will make a 6.5 by 6.5 inch block, send that in. If you're going to do a design, 6 by 6 is what we're looking for the finished size.
Yeah.
So make sure you can do
It's
that.
gotta
If
be
you want to
6.5
sublimate it,
unfinished.
if you want to write it, if you want to do whatever you want, we're going to put together a scrappy replica of our artistry of the American flag.
So exciting.
To
at the
celebrate
end, to celebrate
250
250, and we would like at least 250 blocks.
Do you think we can get 250 of you to submit some blocks? I sure hope so. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it could be pieced, it could be applique, it could be machine embroidered. It does not have to be one certain way. That's going to be
It
the
can be
beauty
as
of this
easy
quilt.
or as complicated as you want. And so Liz and Judy just put together a 9-patch and a 4-patch for me, just out of scraps. They had it done in 2 seconds. And so by all means,
that'd be so
please
cool.
participate with us
Yes.
because we are going to do something so fun when that flag quilt
Can't
is
wait to
together.
I can't wait.
I
can't wait. It's going to be
that's
amazing.
really, really cool.
I think it's the beauty of bringing the quilting world together with, you know, what really America means. It's like a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and we all come together.
All of our different personalities.
Exactly. So that's why there's no rules to this other than it needs to be a 6.5 inch block.
Right.
Right? That's it. And it needs to be either in reds or in whites.
Right.
So make it mostly red or make it mostly white.
Right.
And then don't have a mix of, you know, I've got red and white going on. We need a definite red and a definite white.
Right.
But again, pieced, machine applique, sublimation, whatever
Machine
you
embroidery.
want. It doesn't matter.
A really great print that represents you in 6.5 by 6.5.
That's right. In fact, if you just loved a print and you go, you know what, I'm just going to send this off in the mail to these guys because I don't have time to make something, but I want to contribute, send your 6.5 inch piece
Be
of
sure
fabric.
to include a little note who you are and where you're from so
Yes.
that we can celebrate.
We
America.
also are asking for one more little thing, just one more little thing. Are you ready for this? we want to know, what does freedom mean to you?
Yes.
So if you can just write it on a little note. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can share with us a story. You don't have to. You can just
be
share
one
some
word.
words. Yep.
Freedom means to
what
me
does freedom mean
hope,
to you?
or-
I love
exactly.
this idea. I love it.
And then we're going to compile all of your stories. We'll put together the quilt, and we're going to have something really beautiful to have to celebrate this 4th of July. So, all right, so there's the call out. We'll give you all the final details here within the next few days, but we wanted to give you all a heads up so that you can start thinking about it. Of course, you'll be sending them to our warehouse in Smithfield, Utah. We'll give you
We'll
all
get to the address, all the
and
things. If you want to put
everything.
your name and location, absolutely. We would love to
Yes.
see it. If you don't,
And that's fine
that's
too.
fine too.
Yeah, 250 of you.
So exciting.
250 at least. If we make a
I
bigger
think
one,
they'll
won't
do
that
it.
even be better?
Yeah, it'll be so fun.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see how this all comes
And
together.
I can't wait to share some of the fun ones
Yeah.
that we get in. So,
yeah,
yep.
definitely. Should we have them put their name and location on the block?
Yeah,
I
unless
think that
you're
would
in
be
witness
neat.
protection,
Yeah,
then don't.
that's right.
But yeah, your name and location on the block. If you're in witness protection,
Yeah.
we'll forgive you.
Yeah,
Put
there
it
you
somewhere
go.
on the block.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be
Yeah.
awesome. All right, who's in? Who's in? Let us know.
I am.
You'll do it.
Yep.
Again,
Thumbs
if
up in the
it-
comments.
If it's just a 6.5
That's
inch
cool.
square piece of fabric, that is fine too. So,
Yep.
all right,
So
guys.
fun.
Well, this is just the beginning
Yes.
of lots of celebrations leading up to the 4th of July this year. And I'm super excited because stick around for theme number 3. We have a brand new design.
You're gonna die.
You guys have been
Yes.
asking for it. It originally came out in sublimation, and we now have it for machine embroidery. All of you who've been asking for this is here, and we're going to share with you some of the projects that we've made with it for some inspiration. We'll be back in just a moment.
Welcome to Galas, the ultimate 3.5-day creative retreat from My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop. Come stitch, learn, and connect under the stars with hours of open sew time just for you. Each day brings inspiring demonstrations, new ideas, and techniques to spark your next masterpiece. Plus, you'll be able to rub shoulders with our seasoned sewing veterans that you know and love. Work on your own projects, share stories with fellow makers, and create memories that last long after the final stitch. Enjoy exclusive gifts, fun surprises, and a creative community that feels like family. Join us at Galas in beautiful Logan, Utah. 3 days, your projects, endless inspiration, where creativity shines bright. To learn more, click the link below or go to mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com and sign up today.
So let's talk a little bit about squaring these up. I love having a little extra.
Okay.
So I have some space for any wonky cutting that I might have done or anything like that.
Or wonky sewing.
2 lines and you sew on those. I do kind of sew just a tiny bit inside.
Oh, what's the word?
line.
What's the word?
Scant.
Scant or titch.
Titch.
It's a titch.
Right there? Nobody saw that.
We're gonna press that. So we've got these arrows where it's going to line up. Okay,
So I'm
there
gonna go
it
right
is.
there. I hope I had a
Skip
sharp enough ruler.
right there.
Okay, and then with this rotating mat, you can just twirl it around. You just really need to cut off just that little thing right there.
All right, but it makes a big difference.
It
in the end.
really does. If you put 10 blocks across, 10 times this, that'll add up to almost a full inch,
Okay.
you know?
All right, friends, here at My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop, we are all about the 1776 celebrations, aren't we?
So exciting.
Oh my goodness, I'm super excited. So last week we came out with America 250 design. I absolutely love it. And this came out as a sublimation and cut file for if you have a sublimation printer or if you have a scan and cut. And so we'll first talk about that. And LeeAnn, you've been having some fun. Tell us what you've been making
so much
with
fun
it.
with the sublimation. So
First off, your shirt.
Well, yeah,
Look at
my
that.
shirt.
Look at her shirt. That
Yeah.
is so cute.
so fun.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Easy, right?
Oh, very
I
easy.
mean, how long did it take to sublimate?
As long as it
Seconds.
takes for the
Just
printer
to print it out and
seconds,
measure and
right?
put it on, and there you go.
crazy,
You don't even have to measure if you won't want to, but Allison always
gosh.
teases me because I have to have everything
There
just
you
right.
go.
LeeAnn and Jackie are my exactos.
Yes, that's right.
Chris kind of is too. I'm the
sometimes.
fly by the seat of your
There
pants.
you go.
If it's crooked, hike your bra strap up a little.
There you go. What else did you put
So
together for
there's
us?
so much you can do with this. So I put together the bag, the tote bag.
Love this.
So you
That's
can
fun.
put your sewing in there, or if you're going on a
Yes.
picnic, or I mean, you can put anything.
Hey,
that you want.
I would be saying that's my target for the candy being thrown
Yes.
at the parade.
yes.
I would hold out the
Perfect,
bag and
yes.
be like, right here.
Get it in the bag.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Yes.
really cute, LeeAnn.
So did the tote bag, then
Okay.
also the towel. So put in
Fun.
that, so you can hang that on your oven. Nobody touches it. You just look at it, right?
Right?
Super
But it's
simple.
sublimated,
It
so
was so simple. It
absolutely
didn't
they can
take
touch this
time.
one.
No. Okay. yeah, no, you can't.
I mean, you could add some ribbons or trims.
Yes,
if
you could. You
wanted
could add so
to.
much to that.
Yep.
But
That's
yeah,
really
it just
fun.
is-
Again, if you're looking
just
for
something
something
fun.
fast, right?
Yeah, just something fast to just put, I mean, having it out barbecue. Even having that just out there,
Yes.
so then you could use, your husband could use it, I guess, on the grill. No?
Maybe not.
Hey,
But
don't
just
get
if
them
you're decorating,
confused.
it'd be way
If it's
fun.
decorated, don't touch it.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I tell them.
Exactly.
That's why I said that. And then the tumblers. So I did a tumbler, tall tumbler, and then also a can.
Oh my goodness.
So you put,
Right here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I love that.
Isn't that
oh,
fun?
it's just so fun. It just, you just,
so
I can just see all of this
And I
at our
love this one
cookout.
with the
That's
can.
a
With
fun
the can,
one.
yeah. Then you just have a cookout and have all of your fun.
Goodness, look
I
at
have
that.
not seen that.
I
That's
haven't seen that
fun.
one either.
Well, we need to put it on our affiliate.
Yes,
Yes.
we do. I love that.
But
That-
just something fun just to
Right.
have when you're camping or, you know, your
Boy.
cookout.
Oh boy. Okay, so,
fun to do.
LeeAnn, tell us, where can we find these blanks?
The blinks, they're
Yeah.
all on the affiliate link, Girlfriend's affiliate link.
How do
So
they get
go to the My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop website and go scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you will
Of
see
Amazon, right?
yeah, of Amazon, and you'll scroll all the way down the bottom. You'll see the Amazon link right there, and you just click on it. And my husband doesn't like it.
You've had a little bit of a fun time with this,
Deborah
right?
said she put it on a yard flag. How cute.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, so
There's
fun.
so many things you can do.
I
with
made a
banner.
big mistake and I showed my husband how to use my tumbler press.
Oh.
Not on purpose, he just watched. Boy,
Well,
we have tumblers galore
The
at our
rest
house
is
now.
history. I know, because it is so much fun to do,
Yes.
right?
And it's surprising how
easy.
cold everything stays in
Yes.
these tumblers. Really, they
Wow.
are really, really good, and even the cans. So yeah,
Okay.
so fun.
Well, those are really cute, LeeAnn.
Thanks.
And we heard you
fun.
loud and clear. You wanted machine embroidery.
Right.
Okay. All right. We got you.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, these turned out way cute.
We have two different design products to choose from. So this first one is in applique. And this I did on the 9x14 hoop. So with the applique, it's available in 3 sizes. You can do 9x14, 8x12, and 6x10. So the applique is the America, the 250, and then this part of the flag.
That's
now,
so gorgeous.
the rest of this is done as a sketch stitch. So I don't know if we can get up close on this, but the sketch stitch is kind of fun because it definitely eliminates the time factor with this. Do you know
Oh,
how long
nice.
this took me to stitch out?
Probably not like it would have sat. I mean, a field
yeah,
stitch.
106 minutes
Oh,
Just
for
with
the
the
9
sketch.
by with the
Really?
sketch.
All
So can
right.
you
So
imagine?
100 and turn on Dateline is all I've got to say.
Look how fun that is, though.
Yeah,
So-
no, I
so
love
fun.
that.
I love it.
But that's, again, a 106-minute stitch out. This was, again, this is the 9x14. What I did was I added it to a tea towel, of all things. And then, you know what the perfect size pillow for this was? It was Kimberbell's 12 by 18 inch pillow. I'm like, if I happen to have one of those pillows lying around. So I went, oh, oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. This is working. The vibe is vibing. And I put my eyelets in here with bows because I got to find ways to use my awesome Vario creative tool. And then I put snaps in the back. So all you do is you wrap this around and this opens up so that you can insert the pillow.
Such a great idea.
That's so cute.
Isn't that fun?
Yep.
So this is, again, this is the America 250 applique version. And then the applique was just too much to put into a small hoop. But I didn't want to leave those of you out that have smaller hoops. So I've got for you the sketch version only, where the entire thing is sketch. No applique at all, which actually makes this a super simple stitch out. And so this is the 5x7 size. I have it for the 4x4, the 5x7, and the 6x10. All right, so all of that is in there as well. But again, remember, it's all sketch stitching. All right, so there you have it, my friends who've been wanting machine embroidery. It is now available on our website. But guess what else is? We have the cutest tumbler designs you ever did see. Let's take a closer look. I think, Eric, you had gotten some up-close shots of this. Let's get a little bit more right here. These are also brand new. Now, these are for sublimation. And you've got red, white, and bloom. Look how cute these flowers are. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I love it.
Then we have a design set that is proud military. That one says proud military family, wife, husband, brother, sister, like all the names. I think there's 11 designs found in that one. And then we have, how about this? You gotta love this one, right? Party like it's 1776. Whoops, here we go. Which way, Kris?
I'm glad you're doing that.
There we go. Well, you know, Eric is helping me here. All right, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Right there. There we go. Ding, 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 ding. All right, party like it's 1776. Too cute. And then this one right here is also 250 years strong. So really some fun sublimation designs. A lot of you have been asking for them. We read your comments on Facebook. You've been asking for more sublimation designs for tumblers and specifically for 4th of July. So here you go. We even have more coming for the kids. Oh my goodness, so many ideas. Let's see. Claudia is asking, are you going to have a YouTube tutorial on sublimation? Claudia, yes, we have it already on YouTube. If you haven't checked out our playlist for Sublimation Made Easy, no, Sublimation Made Simple. You know I like good alliteration. Yes. Sublimation Made Simple. There you go. Then you can check it out on our YouTube channel. I think we have nine videos on sublimation so far. So anyway, and then last but not least, you guys have stuck around with us and we have a freebie for all of you. This is, we put it on a pillow, but it's kind of meant for a quilt label. But the idea is you can put it on anything. So how about a little 1776 Freedom? And that is a free design for everyone. We're cute as confetti. There we go. And this is something that would be really cute as a quilt label on the back of your Patriotic Quilts or even as a little shelf pillow like LeeAnn did here.
Yeah.
That was really cute.
Oh, thank you.
So I loved it.
It was fun to do.
And that one is for the 4x4 hoops. So enjoy that. You can find it on our website at mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com. All right, friends. Well, that
much fun.
I think is all for us today.
Yes. Wow, that was a lot.
Do you have anything you want to add?
I'm just so excited to start doing all this.
You are
So
a very
fun.
patriotic person.
I am.
So
I am.
It's a big deal
My
in your
house
family.
is going to be, pretty fun.
I love that. I love
Starting
that.
in May.
Starting in May. That's awesome. Well, that's why we got to start now, folks.
That's right.
Because all these
so
celebrations
fun.
will be here before you know it. All right, friends. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep doing all the things you love, and we hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.